A show of support for our ally in the Middle East. A bipartisan congressional delegation led by Iowa Senator Joni Ernst traveled to the region meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
What the lawmakers heard about the attacks on the Israeli people is a thing of one's nightmares.
Yes, joining us now is that Senator Joni Ernst. Senator, thank you for joining us. You just got back from your trip. What did you see when you're in Israel, and what did you hear from Benjamin Netanyahu?
Yeah, thank you, Sean and Dagan. It was a very grim time to go into Israel just days after the attacks. And we heard from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders. We heard from Americans that were there in Israel, as well as Israelis who had witnessed some of the atrocities. And it was very emotional. It was somber. It was disheartening. But it was important that we went in as a bicameral, bipartisan delegation, stood shoulder to shoulder with one another and with the people of Israel to let them know we are united in their fight against Hamas.
Senator, you're calling for President Biden, the administration, to freeze that $6 billion that he relinquished to Iran in the prisoner swap last month, which is currently being held in Qatar. And we have been reporting, based on the great work of Ed Lawrence, that the Treasury Department's the messaging has been that the U.S. has reached a, quote, quiet understanding with Qatar not to move the $6 billion in funding. Can you tell us anything about that?
Dagan, what the heck is a quiet arrangement? I have no idea what that is. I have been so critical of the Biden administration, and the very fact that they unfroze these assets in the first place was an absolute mistake. I have been trumpeting that for months now. I have been very critical of this administration for not following the oil sanctions against Iran and the fact that they will not interdict tankers leaving from Iran. This has been an administration of appeasement from the get-go. And I can tell you that the Arab nations in that region, they don't support a nuclear agreement with Iran. They want to see stability, because with stability in the Middle East can come prosperity for their people. As long as there are Iranian-backed terrorists marching through the streets of these nations, they will never see that for their constituencies. President Biden needs to step up, really understand what is going on in this region, and stop assisting the Iranians with all of these nefarious actions that are going on with Hamas, with the Houthis, and with Hezbollah. They need to take responsibility and stop it now.
You know, Senator, I'm sick of being lied to, right? I mean, I want my government to be honest with me. And when you unfreeze the money, and then coming back and saying, you know what, we could refreeze it if we wanted to, but we're going to have this quiet agreement with Qatar. I'm like, you're lying to us. You can't refreeze the money. I guess my question for you is, what kind of information is the administration giving to the Senate about this information? And by the way, in a Senate where you guys, Democrats and Republicans, don't agree on much of anything, but you all agree that the Biden administration has to do more on this $6 billion.
Absolutely. We have a bipartisan letter going to the administration. We have bipartisan resolutions supporting Israel. Months ago, Senator Richard Blumenthal joined me in pushing the administration on Iranian oil sanctions. We are pretty much lockstep in the Senate when it comes to Democrats and Republicans on the issue of Iran and their nefarious actions. But unfortunately, this Biden administration, they continue down this path of appeasement. And you know what? Americans are sick and tired of it. We're tired of it here in Congress. We need to see them step up and support Israel, push back against these terrorist proxy organizations.
Right. Not support Israel in word, but also in deed. Senator, thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Senator Joni Ernst.
Yep. Thank you all.